Morning, guys. We will discuss the association between two objects. Today, then we'll start with time off. Right? This is the agenda for today. So let me create the parent object, then child object. We'll see. What do we create? Mediclaim eligibility. So when you are creating a parent object, you have to select from parent label. We are giving whatever. Save. Now let's create the child object. Mediclaim details. So we need to select basic here. Use the same description. This workflow and trigger rules, we will discuss it after time off and position management. We should come back and we will discuss rules and workflow. Then we will come back to this. Let's say sum assured. Relation. We can make it as a pick list if you want. Okay, whether it's a, we have to create a pick list and make it. I'm not just making it, but if you want, you can make it as a pick list and select it. Yeah, let these two fields be there for time being. We will see. Eligibility. Okay. Now let's create the association. So multiplicity. It can be one-to-one or one-to-many. One object can be associated with many other objects, or one object can be associated with one object. It depends. Let us select the object which we have just created. This is what we have created, right? Parent object, Mediclaim eligibility. Okay. Composite we have to select. Valid when we have to select, I'll tell you. The number of custom MDF objects 26 exceeds the allowed limit. Yeah, there should not be any space actually. So now we have created an association between two objects. We have to give the user as field so that decline, right? Let's interface the same to the user. Go to manage configuration UI. Mediclaim eligible is what I'm giving. The same procedure how we have created, we can assign it to the user. No. Configure employee files. Create and add. It should be live profile MDF information, as I said. It's always. Let's select. This is the code that we have given in the user interface. System has gone slow, I think. I think it's stuck. Let's connect. Some error it is, but let me create again. Wherever you want to just insert the portlet. So now let's give the permissions. Fourth step is we have to give the permissions. Whichever the role needs to have this access, whether it's employee role, manager role, or admin role. Go to employee views. So you'll find this Mediclaim 12. Check this. Done. Save changes. So now I have given access to only one role. It depends. It depends on the customer requirement. You need to check with the customer which all roles should have this access to. Is it employee role, manager role, all that. Now let's go to my employee files. Mediclaim 12. Edit. So you'll find all the details. If you want, you can restrict this whatever these two fields which are coming from parent. This one you can just hide it. So this is how you create an association between two objects. Okay, this may also one of the customer requirement. Yeah, we have one of the genuine case. We will see in the last 3 days session that when we were doing the scenarios and all, we will see. Any doubts in this before we move on to time off? Okay. Time off. See, time off is used for the employee attendance, to capture the employee attendance, employee leaves, and what should be the employee work timings, and how many days of each of the leave is the employee eligible for, and how can he apply for the leave, how to accrue the leave, what are the leaves can be carried forward to the next year. If you don't use any leave, will it be exhaustible, or is it to be carried forward? If it has to be carried forward, how many days has to be carried forward? Okay, how to interface between EC2 payroll system, sorry, time off to payroll, how we will interface. These are the topics which we will be discussing. Okay, first, just to keep you guys informed, there is a separate workbook which is given by Success Factors for the time off. I think I have shared this as well with you guys. Okay, to get the requirement for time off, there is a separate workbook. Right? Holidays and public holidays, if you see here, if we have a global implementation, it is not necessary that the holidays should be common across the world. For each country it will be different. Of course, for each region it will be different. So when it is different for each region, why can't it be for each country? Okay, this is where you will collect the holiday information and work schedule also. If you have different work schedules within the country, or different work schedules for different countries, all that you can capture here. Okay, I think I have shared this with you. You guys check. If not, I'll share it with you guys today. We'll discuss what is take rule once we discuss on the rules. Even in MDF, so there is something pending which we are yet to discuss, which we will be discussing after the rules. Once we discuss the rules, how it has to be designed, how basic rules, how a position management, how the time off rules can be. Once we discuss all that, then we will come back to MDF and discuss on the trigger rules and all. Okay. Similarly, take rule also we'll be discussing after once we discuss the rule. right? Time types. What is time type? Time type is your leave types. Whether it is a personal leave, sick leave, casual leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, adoption leave, anything for that matter. Even leaves will be different for each country. It is not necessary that if you call personal leave or earned leave in India, it is not necessary that you have to call the same name in US or UK. Each country, the time types will be different. Time types are nothing but leave types. Time profile types. So time profile, we'll discuss what is time profile. Time profile is nothing but the combination of certain leaves, which if you capture at one place and create a profile for that set of leaves, then we call it as time profile type. If you see here, you have PTO, EMLA, bereavement leave, whatever, floating leave, all the set of leaves. So we have created under time profile called USA corporate. Similarly, India. So all the set of leaves, so which you want to capture under one category, then you create a time profile for that and assign all the set of leaves to that particular time profile. Similarly, time account type. Time account type is nothing but the quota generation. For per se, person leave. How many days of leaves should be generated for a calendar year or for a financial year, whatever as per the rules. Okay. So nothing but quota generation. How many days of leave for each of the leave time types you need to have. So that is called as time account type. This is nothing but accrual, right? So accrual rules. So for any time type, we can also call it as leave type, but in SF terminology, it is better to use time type. For any time type, how many days of leaves should get accrued every month, or whether a time type should be accrued once in a year or once in 6 months. Depends on the company policy. So a leave policy cannot be unique and cannot be same across the companies, right? So based on the company policy, some companies accrue leaves month on month. Every month you will be 2.5 days of leave will get accrued. Every year, so some companies, what they do in the beginning of the year itself, the entire leaves, let's say if there are 17 leaves which are eligible PLs in a year, what they do in the beginning of the year itself and the first month itself, they credit all the leaves to your account. You can avail, even in the first month itself, you can avail all the leaves. So what if employee is leaving the company? So they'll recover from the full and final settlement. So it depends on the policy. So the rule, the leave policy which is there in Siemens cannot be same across, cannot be same in Infosys or cannot be same in Wipro. It all depends. Each and every company individual leave policy will be different. So we have to even the accrual also we have to design according to the company policy. If the accrual is 2.5 days per 2.5 days per month, we have to write the accrual rule according to that. There are standard rules which they have given: accrual rule, period end processing rule, hire rule, termination rule, and all. We will discuss in the time of, right? So period end processing rule. Period end processing rule is nothing but this rule is used for the carry forward of a particular leave types. Let us say for PL there are about for PL there are about 20 leaves which are there in your account. So how many leaves should get carried forward to the next year, or how many leaves should get exhausted, unutilized leaves at the end of the year? For that we have to write the period end processing rule. Period end processing rule is nothing but this is carry forward of leaves. We use this rule for the carry forward of a particular leave types. Okay. So they have given here rule, however, they're all standard rules which are there, which is delivered by SuccessFactors. We will discuss in our further classes. Workflows. So how to assign the workflow, how to create the workflow for if you are creating a leave should go to the manager and the HR in CC, or it depends again the policy. Should it go to only the manager, or a manager should also be in the CC, or how? All that workflows we will define in the workflows. We will anyway discuss workflows and rules separately. Propagation. So propagation, I said there is a separate data model, propagation data model, that we can use it for the standard propagation rules that they have defined. Otherwise you can write your own rule to propagate something. Propagation is nothing but if the company code is X, then propagate these fields. Okay, let's say propagate this field of leaves, PLs is this much, EL is this much, or sick leave is this much, all that. We have to write rule. We will discuss in the rules how we have to write all that. So this is the workbook that we have to use to gather the information with respect to time off. Right? There is no positive time management which is available in there's no positive time management available in employee central time off as of now, but you can interface any time system, you can interface it with the time off EC. Right? I think I have forwarded all three workbooks to you guys. You can check. If not, I will send it again. This workbook. Okay. So first step, what in the time off, we need to check the settings in the provisioning. So type time off. Okay, and enable all the time related. Okay, enable time off for leave of absence only. Enable time sheets, all time related tabs we have to activate. Okay. So this is the first step you need to check. Go to manage permission roles. So all time related permissions, we need to ensure that the time related permissions are there. So it again depends on the role. Okay, for admin role, they need to have all the access. For employee role, the time types to apply the leave or delete the leave or whatever. So go to employee effective dated, employee central effective dated entities. Okay. You need to ensure that the access has been given to all this. Holiday calendar, work schedule, time profile, time recording profile, all this. Okay. We need to ensure that we give this access. Since it's already there, if you want to uncheck the access, if you don't want to give the access also, that can be done. And under the administrative permissions, manage time off. You need to give this access to only admin users. As I said, it depends on the which role should have access to what. For the admin roles, admin needs to have access to all this. And time off, manage time off. So you need to give access to all time account, manage time off structures, time of calendars, payout, everything. Okay. You need to ensure that you give access to all of that. So next is go to manage time of structures and in the by searching in the tool search. First thing that, so where do we start when we start the time off? Even the even in the requirement gathering also. 1 second, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So what do we do in the first instance when we have to configure time? Okay. First we need to collect the list of holiday calendars. Okay. How many holidays are there in a country, or each region will not have the same the holiday calendar also will not be same across each of the country, each of the state, right? Now if in India, if we take in south, we have Sankranti as one of the major festivals. If you see north, they'll have Holi as major festival. So we need to differentiate in the calendar. Okay, in India itself we may have 4 different calendars. Okay, south, the list of festivals, and there are common holidays, which is like take for example Gandhi Jayanti, Good Friday. They're all common across the world. Okay, specific holidays with respect to the region will differ, right? So we have to create the different holiday calendars according to the customer requirement. This is how it will happen when you are gathering the requirement. You will check with the customer how many holiday calendars do you have in your company. Fine. So the first thing that we create is holiday calendar. So holiday calendar, I'll say holiday south. I can also restrict for the country. If I don't select, it will be applicable throughout the world. Okay, now I have to select the dates. Say January 1st. Then nowadays they are giving the, so whether it's full or half also you can select. January 1st. So if you want to create any holidays, that you can create. You have holiday over here, right? You can select, you can go to this and create. If you have a new holidays, you can create. So say January 26th. So Republic Day. Republic Day is not there. We can create the Republic Day. Okay, May 1st. 1st May, it's a Labor Day. Right, like that. You can add, as per the customer requirement, you can add as much as, whatever the leaves that we can add it to the holiday calendar. Right. Similarly, I can also create holiday calendar for north, west, whatever. Okay, I can define different holiday calendars for different countries as well. Right. So we'll stop at this today. We'll continue with holiday calendar, work schedules and all tomorrow. Please let me know any doubt. I have a call at 8:15, so I have to rush for the call. Tell me if you guys have any doubt. Radhika, any doubt?
No, nothing. I'm good.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Ravi? Ravi, it says self-muted. Can you just unmute yourself? Okay. Suresh, any doubt?
No doubt, sir. Thank you.
Suresh, any doubt? Suresh Neelam?
No.
Thank you. Vinay? Vinay, any doubt, Vinay? Vinay, we are not able to hear you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. in the morning.